Our oceans, they cover over 70% of our planet, a vast, blue, breathing world right on our doorstep. Yet, over 80% of this world remains unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored. We know more about the surface of Mars, millions of miles away, than we do about the crushing depths of our own seas. Have you ever wondered why? Why do we hesitate to look into the abyss? Maybe it's the darkness, the pressure, the unknown. Or maybe it's because we have a primal, deep-seated fear that if we stare into the abyss for too long, something might just stare back. Today, we're going to confront that fear. We're going to explore a timeline where the greatest and most terrifying predator in Earth's history never actually left. This is a world where the Megalodon still rules the oceans. Part 2. Meet the apex of apex predators. Before we dive into our alternate reality, let's be clear about what we're dealing with. The Carcharodon's Megalodon was not just a big shark. It was the very definition of an apex predator, a living, breathing nightmare of teeth and muscle. We're talking about a creature that could reach up to 60 feet, or 18 meters in length. That's as long as a school bus. Its teeth were the size of a human hand, and its bite force was the most powerful of any animal that has ever lived, strong enough to crush a car. For over 20 million years, this monster reigned supreme, hunting whales and anything else that dared to swim in its path. And then, around 3.6 million years ago, it vanished. The official story is that as the planet cooled and sea levels changed, its main food source, large whales, either moved to colder waters or went extinct. The king lost its kingdom. Or did it? Part 3. The point of divergence. The survivors of the deep. In our timeline, things play out differently. As the oceans cool, most of the Megalodon population dies off. But not all of them. A small, resilient population finds refuge in the deep, warm, and nutrient-rich waters of the world's deepest oceanic trenches, like the Mariana Trench. Down here, in the crushing dark, they adapt. They evolve to withstand the immense pressure, their bodies perhaps becoming more streamlined, their senses even sharper. They hunt giant squid, deep sea whales, and whatever else they can find. For millions of years, they remain hidden, a secret kept by the abyss. And then, as global warming heats the oceans once again, they begin to rise. The ancient kings are returning to reclaim their throne. Part 4. The Cascade of Consequences. A world ruled by fear. The return of the Megalodon doesn't just add a new shark to the ocean, it shatters our entire relationship with the sea. First, the ocean's ecosystem collapses. The Megalodon is an unstoppable hunter. Great white sharks, orcas, and sperm whales are no longer at the top of the food chain. They are now prey. Whale populations plummet. The delicate balance of the entire marine ecosystem is thrown into chaos. Areas where megalodons are spotted become dead zones for other large marine life, who have either been eaten or have fled in terror. Next, our global economy grinds to a halt. Over 90% of the world's trade is carried by sea. Now, imagine a 60-foot predator that sees a 1,000-foot container ship not as a threat, but as a curiosity. Or worse, a potential source of food. Reports start coming in. Massive gashes torn in the hulls of oil tankers, container ships mysteriously vanishing in calm seas. The shipping lanes, the arteries of our global economy, become a terrifying gauntlet. Insurance costs skyrocket. Global trade becomes a high-stakes gamble. Then, naval power is redefined. How does a nuclear submarine, our planet's most advanced stealth weapon, deal with a biological hunter that doesn't use sonar but senses electromagnetic fields? A megalodon might not be able to destroy a military submarine, but it could certainly damage its sensitive equipment, or trail it, compromising its stealth. Naval warfare would have a new, unpredictable variable, a giant organic mine that actively hunts. And finally, our way of life changes forever. Forget surfing in Australia or going to the beach in California. Any coastline with access to deep water is now a potential hunting ground. Beaches become fortified, with underwater nets and massive sonar warning systems. The tourism industry in coastal areas collapses. Our relationship with the ocean changes from a source of recreation and beauty to a source of constant primal fear. The ocean is no longer ours. Part 5. The Hunt. Can we fight back? So, can we do anything about it? Can humanity, with all its technology, fight this ancient monster? We would certainly try. We'd develop specialized Megalodon hunter ships, armed with massive harpoons and depth charges. We'd track them with satellites. It would be a war, but we'd be fighting a ghost. An animal that can dive to depths we can barely reach, in an environment that is not our own. For every one we manage to kill, 10 more could be lurking in the unexplored depths. We might win a few battles, but we would never win the war. We would be forced to accept a new reality. Part 6. Conclusion. A humbling terror. A world with the Megalodon is a world where humanity is put back in its place. It's a world where we are not the undisputed masters of our planet. It's a world where every time we look out at the vast, dark ocean, we are reminded of our own fragility. It's a humbling and terrifying thought. It forces us to respect the power of nature and to acknowledge the mysteries that still lie hidden in the deep. So the next time you're at the beach and you feel that little shiver as a dark shape moves under the water, just remember the world we live in. The one where the Megalodon is gone? Or is it? What do you think? If the Megalodon was discovered alive today, should we try to destroy it or study it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy confronting these terrifying what-ifs, make sure to subscribe and join us. Because the unknown is waiting.